Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kudash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. I want to say peace, safety, much love, and blessing to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity and putting their lives on the line to do so. I want to say shalom to you, brothers. I'm the brother Arak out of GMS Atlanta, back in the spirit with another lesson, and Lord willing, the lesson be edifying to an elect member or two. Okay. And this lesson, I want to speak on two things. The importance of knowing the Hebrew, and also a prayer for balance, which balance is a very important part of the truth, because balance is constantly changing. Okay. As you can see from my notes, I've had this prayer written down since December of 2018. Okay, because balance is a constant battle, if you will, because things are constantly changing. Okay, in your personal life and as well as in the truth. Okay, so for everything that you've added onto your life or taken on personally, you have to combat or offset the scale by adding something spiritually. All right. So that's how balance works. There's two ends of the scale. And once you add weight to one side, you have to add weight to the other in order to balance the scale out. All right. So that's the same thing with your personal life and the truth. Things that you take on personally in the world and add that unto you, you should be adding spiritual things as well, like I said, to offset the scale. Okay. And it's a constant thing because life is constantly changing. The truth is constantly changing. More is being added to your plate. In your personal life, you have to add more to your plate spiritually to combat. Okay. So I have a prayer here in the Hebrew for balance. But before we get that, let's touch on the importance of knowing the Hebrew. Okay. So this is Sirach 1:1. And I'll just read down to the point. So Sirach, or Ecclesiastes 1 verse 1. The prologue of wisdom of Jesus, the son of Sirach. All right. So this is not Yahweh Shai. This is not speaking about Yahweh Shai here. Whereas many and great things have been delivered unto us by the law and the prophets and by others that have followed their steps, for the which things Israel ought to be commanded for learning and wisdom, and whereof not only the readers must need become skillful themselves, but also they that desire to learn be able to profit them which are without, both by speaking and writing. My grandfather Jesus, when he had much given himself to the reading of the law and the prophets and other books of our fathers, and had gotten therein good judgment, was drawn on also himself to write something pertaining to learning and wisdom, to the intent that those which are desirous to learn and are addicted to these things might profit more in living to the law. Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words which we have labored to interpret. Now, this is the point. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue. All right. So the scriptures were originally written in Hebrew and Greek. Okay. But it says here things that are translated into another tongue. And that tongue in which we read and talk is the bastard language of English. Okay. So the same things uttered in English doesn't hold the same weight as things that we speak in the Hebrew tongue. That's basically what it's saying there. Okay, so I read it again. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue, which is English, have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. All right, so that's the point. And I'll just continue to read to finish this verse out. Let me read that again. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself, the prophets, and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. So that's the importance of knowing Hebrew. All right. The Lord has put a remembrance on the nation of Israel, and we're coming back to our natural language, man, to our native language, our native tongue, which is the Hebrew. All right. Continuing on, it says, for in the 8th and 30th year cometh into Egypt, when Euergetes was king, and continuing to some time, I found a book of no small learning. Therefore, I thought it most necessary for me to bestow some diligence and travail to interpret it, using great watchfulness and skill in that space to bring the book to an end, and set it forth for them also, which in a strange country are willing to learn, being prepared before in manners to live after the law, all wisdom cometh from the Lord and is with him forever. Okay, so let's get into the second part of the lesson. That was the importance of knowing the Hebrew. Now let's get into this Hebrew prayer here. And like I said earlier, in the lesson, balance is something that we constantly work on. And I'm still, myself, trying to find the correct balance in the truth. Because like I said, it changes. Things in your life change. You have things that come about in your life that, may cause you to have to pay more attention to it. And that's just, being a man in Babylon here in Babylon the Great, that you have to tend to. All right. Because it's necessary here in captivity. All right. But while not neglecting to add something in the spirit, that's where balance is. Okay. So this is the Hebrew prayer for balance. Now Hebrew is read from right to left. So we're going to start from right to left. And I have Baba Koshah, which is please. Nathan Laya, give to me. Ha, which is the. Ma'azan, which is balance. I need, which is Tazarachaya. Ba, in, ha, the. Amath, truth. All right, so I'm going to read it in the Hebrew, and then, let's start with the English. I'll read it in English and then translate it into the Hebrew again. So this is the prayer for balance. It says, please give to me the balance I need in the truth. Simple prayer, simple to remember and simple to speak. Now, this is the prayer for balance in the Hebrew tongue. Baba Koshah, Nathan Laya, Ha, Mahazat. Salakia, my phone had ran out of storage, so I had to delete some things. But nevertheless, continuing on, the prayer for balance in the Hebrew. Baba Koshah, Nathan Laya, Ha, Ma'azan, Tazarachaya, Baha, Amath. Okay, so that's please give to me the balance I need in the truth. Okay, and why is balance so important? Let's go to the book of Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Okay, so let's read that again. Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So having a just weight between the truth and your personal life is a delight unto the Lord, and that's with anything. Too much of anything could cause severe problems and become unprofitable. Okay, you can even drink too much water, believe it or not. Some people think, well, how is that possible? Because anything, like I said, an unjust weight of anything, a false balance of anything could be detrimental. All right. So what more the truth and your personal life? You have to balance it out. So from there, let me go to Proverbs, the 20th chapter. Scroll right on over. Proverbs 20 and verse 23. It says, Proverbs 20 and 23, it says, divers weights are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good. Okay, so Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson and also a prayer that brothers can take with them and pray for balance in the truth. And Lord willing, was edifying. I'm going to end it giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash, Shalom.